Is the video on?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Phillip Weiss. I am the writer, producer, director of this extravaganza, and on behalf of the cast, I want to thank everybody for taking the time out to come here to see this wonderful show. And instead of trying to tell you what this show is about, just let me read the synopsis. A vindictive U.S. Army colonel orders an unpopular captain to go on a dangerous mission, accompanied by a squad of malcontents who are considered expendable. Complicating matters is the fact that the captain is harboring a secret that could destroy unit morale and jeopardize the entire operation. Will the mission succeed? And what will happen if the captain's secret is revealed? Okay, now before we begin, I want to introduce the cast. And first, Francis Stallings, Warren Weiss, and this is Stephen Ackerman, Amy Nebor, Chrissy Lavoy, Warren Bubb, Zishan Bhatti, don't worry about it. Christopher O. Akpopieri, and Jeremy Swift. Okay, with that in mind, it's now time for the show to begin.
Act 1, Scene 1. The time, June 14th, 1944, D-Day +8. The American Army has landed in Europe. Thousands of valiant soldiers are pouring onto the continent in a mighty effort to defeat Nazi Germany and end the war. Acts of valor are already commonplace occurrences, but not all soldiers welcome the opportunity for glory. As in every army throughout history, along with the heroes come the misfits, the screw-ups, and the malcontents for whom gold-ricking and complaining are the order of the day. Yet even for them, the future holds surprises, and sometimes they too will prove the pundits wrong. This is the story about one of those soldiers, a U.S. Army captain named Dingleman. Act 1, Scene 2. The place. Inside a U.S. Army tent. In the tent are two men, one sitting behind a desk, the other standing. Both men are U.S. Army officers. The man behind the desk is large, about 45 years old, with a spit and polish appearance. He projects the appearance of one who is used to giving orders and being in charge. He is dressed in battle fatigue and wears the rank of colonel. The man who is standing is in his late 30s, about 5 feet 7 inches tall, thin, nervous-looking, with short cropped hair, wearing horn-rimmed eyeglasses, and dressed in rumpled army battle fatigues, which seem to be 2 sizes too large for him. He wears the rank of captain. The nameplate on the desk says Colonel Bound.
Dingleman, I've called you into my tent to talk to you about something very important.
What would that be, Colonel?
I want to send you on a special mission.
What kind of mission, sir?
I want you to find a corporal named Lorenzo. According to information from headquarters in Washington, this Lorenzo has a family that's in some kind of crisis and he's needed home back home now. So the top brass want Lorenzo to be found and sent back to the States pronto to show the public that the Army cares. Now, it's known that his unit parachuted 5 miles due east of here in the vicinity of a village called Marie Saint Navarre. All you have to do is find Lorenzo, tell him the good news that he's going back to the States, and then bring him back. It shouldn't take you more than a day.
But Colonel, you're sending me behind enemy lines. I might get killed. Why me?
When you came into my unit, I thought you were really swell, and then you really screwed up and made my unit smell. So then I thought it over about getting even with you, and then I received these orders, and then I knew what to do. I knew you would not be happy about what you'd be told to do, but this is the U.S. Army, where you have to obey or you'll be doomed. The mission always comes first. The mission, remember that when you're in the dirt. You'll be tramping through fields, which will not be ideal for your comfort or safety or looks, but you'll be happy to know, while being G.I. Joe, back here I'll be reading a book. The mission The mission always comes first. The mission, the mission. Remember that when you're in the dirt.
But Colonel!
Don't but Colonel me. Dingleman, the fact is that I can't stand you. You are the sorriest excuse for an officer I've ever had the misfortune to command, and the sooner you're out of my hair, the better, and this is a great way to get rid of you once and for all.
Please, Colonel, send someone else on this mission. I'm in no shape to go to the field, and besides, who cares about this guy anyway?
Don't trifle with me, Dingleman. I'm in no mood for jokes. I don't question orders from upstairs, and neither will you. This guy Lorenzo has to be found, and I've given you an order. So stop lollygagging around and get moving.
Colonel, please, don't send me out there. I'll never make it back alive.
Stop your damn whining. You got your orders, so get out of here. I don't want to see your stupid face again, unless, of course, you make it back with Lorenzo, which, knowing you, is not very likely to happen.
Colonel, don't do this to me. I'm just a two-bit paper pusher, not a fighter. I went to our ROTC, not basic training. I've never even fired a rifle. It's not my fault that you assigned me to a bunch of screw-ups.
Says you. Don't think I have forgotten what you put me through in Rome.
It wasn't my fault.
Like heck it wasn't. You expect me to believe that you didn't know that your guys were trafficking in stolen goods right in front of your tent?
I thought they were giving away company supplies to the company.
Giving out supplies? Like those 500 cartons of cigarettes that guy Wilco managed to steal from the quartermaster? Or the 10-box loaves of chocolate that were missing from the mess tent? How dumb could you be?
I didn't know.
You still insist you didn't know? Well, your not knowing cost me my promotion to general because when the IG found out what was going on, it was me who took the heat, not you.
My man misled me. It was an honest mistake.
Well, you're going to pay for that honest mistake now. Now get up off that floor and for once start acting like an officer and not like the sniveling fool you actually are.
Colonel?
Look at you. What a sorry excuse you are.